Hello everyone, welcome back to Anchor Point Passions. I'm Sarah Sherman, and today we're going to be talking about a topic that I thought was actually really kind of disturbing. In all honesty, I was trying to find a topic for this video, and so I used search autocomplete to find the topic for the video for today, and I went online to YouTube and typed in "can archery," and the next word that popped up was kill. And there were no other options on there other than "can archery kill?" And so I was like really disturbed by this, that was what popped up and the only thing that popped up. So I went to look to see what other videos were done on this topic, because obviously this is what people are searching for. And I only found one other video that was somewhat related to the topic. It didn't really go over "can archery kill?" So I thought that that's what I would address for today, since obviously that's something that people are searching up on YouTube, and I thought that that would be a great topic for today's video. Welcome back, guys. So first I thought that I'd go over why archery can be a dangerous sport. Now the key word in that phrase is "can." As you can see, we have some arrows here, and these arrows can travel at very fast speeds. And then I also have my bow behind me, as you can see. And this bow, when you pull it back, the draw weight is around 56 pounds of draw weight. Around that same draw weight, I shot my 3D arrow through the bow and clocked it at around 275 feet per second. So that's how fast that arrow was traveling out of my bow. Now, if there was a person that was standing in front of me, or someone that was standing in front of me, I know for a fact that would injure somebody, but I'm also pretty sure that could kill somebody as well, because that's really fast. That's also a really strong arrow that's going out of that bow and into another object. So yes, you can say that archery can be a dangerous sport, but in reality, it's not dangerous at all, as long as you play the sport correctly. I looked up online, and I went to Archery 360. It's a very popular archery page on the internet. And they wrote an article that said, and I quote from my little journal here that I wrote it on: "The Archery Trade Association's archery brochure," and Archery Trade Association is a really big organization, archery, and it lists archery's injury rate as 0.57 injuries per 1,000 participants, and the only other sports with slightly safer ratings are bowling, badminton, and table tennis. So that just shows you how safe archery actually is in competitive archery situations. And then they went even on further to say that the insurance industry assigns archery participants as a 4.4% average chance of injury. So that even solidifies the fact that archery really is a much safer sport than a lot of people think. Like, the common misconception is that, oh, there's arrows, they're sharp and pointy, they can kill you, or oh, there's a bow, it's a weapon, it can kill you, and that suddenly these sports aren't safe at all, when really, with all the rules that are in place, it's a very, very safe sport. And a lot of the pros and a lot of the amateurs and people that go to these archery competitions, they're all there to support and uplift other archers, not put them down. So one of these rules that are set in place in the archery, just in the archery field in general, most archery ranges that you'll go to have these rules, and they're called whistle commands. So the first thing in these set of rules is that there's a waiting line. The archers will stand at the waiting line before they go up to shoot. Then that's when the person that's watching the archery range, they'll blow 2 whistles. And after the 2 whistles are blown, the archers will go from the waiting line up to the shooting line, but they can't shoot. Then when the person overseeing the archery range sees that everything's safe, no one's downrange, no one's in the line of shooting, then they blow the whistle another time, and that signals the archers to be able to shoot. Then, once all of the archers are done shooting, they step off of the shooting line, go behind the waiting line, and once the person overseeing the archery range sees that everyone has put their bows down, everyone's done shooting, and the range is clear, then they'll give 3 whistle blasts to signify that those archers can go forward and that they can go retrieve their arrows. Then once everyone has come back from the targets from retrieving their arrows, then they can go behind the waiting line, and then they'll wait for those 2 whistle blasts again to go back to shoot. And in this way, this ensures that no one's getting hurt, no one's in the line of fire, and no one's gonna get shot while shooting archery. And most of these ranges have these rules set in place. Some ranges don't exactly use the whistle commands, but most archers that have been shooting for a while know these rules, and so they will themselves check the line to make sure that everyone's done shooting before they go down range, or that once they come back they'll wait and make sure that everyone's back before they go to shoot, so just to make sure that everything's safe. One common misconception that I've already talked about but I haven't really further explained is that people think that arrows are pointy. So for hunting, yes, they can get pointy when you get into using broadheads, but most competition archery arrows are not in fact pointy. As you can see with this arrow, it's more of a rounded point on the top, and these are called field points as opposed to broadheads, and so they're more rounded because these arrows aren't meant to kill anything. I can stab my hand as much as I want, and I'm not gonna get hurt within a reasonable amount of force, obviously, but just if I lightly tap my hand, I'm not gonna hurt myself, because these are intended to go into targets, not into living things to kill anything. These setups are really made for shooting archery at targets. They're not made to kill other people or kill other things. Like, yes, hunting's more directed towards killing other things, but competition archery is not about that. It's just a group of archers who want to see who can shoot the middle the most. That's pretty much what it is. And so the pointiness of the arrows isn't really that big of a factor. I said that my bow clocked around 275 feet per second, so that really won't, you won't need a sharp arrow point to penetrate the target. If you want to get into the sport of archery, I really strongly recommend that you go to someone and get a lesson. If you're right out beginning, you should really go to a range that has lessons, or go to an experienced archer that has shot in competitions. You should go to them and get archery lessons so you can learn not just how to shoot archery correctly, but also how to shoot it safely. Or if you can't find someone that you can go to learn archery, or if you don't have an archery range to go and get any lessons, then you can always go on handy dandy YouTube and find some tutorials on how to actually shoot archery correctly and safely, which I will probably be making a video about this in the future if you guys are interested, so that you guys know how to shoot safely if you want to get into the sport. Really, the only way that you can get hurt in archery is just if you don't follow the range rules. But as long as you're smart and you think about everything that you're doing, like loading your arrow into a bow, these are just simple and easy things that you can do to just help make archery safe. Another way that you can get hurt in the sport of archery is just using the wrong equipment, or not knowing how to use the equipment that you have. So for instance, if I didn't know how to shoot my equipment properly, and I just thought that I could just draw back the bow and fire it without an arrow just as like a little practice run, and then I accidentally explode my bow, that's something that you should have known if you would have gotten lessons, or if you would have learned some other way from another expert or another professional, or through some reliable YouTube videos that would have helped prevent that, and therefore it would have been safer for you and safer for the people around you. And then obviously, if you go against the range rules, archery can get pretty dangerous. So one of the main rules is just to listen to the whistle commands, just to make sure that everyone's safe and no one's downrange while you're firing. Or another rule is just to always have your bow pointed downrange. If you're shooting in a competition and all of a sudden you draw backwards towards the audience watching you, they're gonna get very nervous, and for good reason too, because they don't want to get shot. So that's following the rules of the range are also very, very, very important. So to conclude this little video, yes, archery can kill in some situations. Archery really isn't that dangerous of a sport because, as I said, it's up there with badminton and table tennis, and I really can't think of how you can really hurt yourself in badminton or table tennis. So just make sure that you're smart and you're safe while shooting, and just know that archery is a fun sport. It's for everyone of every age. Anyone can shoot archery. As long as you're safe about it, it'll be here for generations to come, for them to enjoy as well as much as you. So that's my video for today. I hope you liked it. I hope that this answers some questions. If you still have questions on whether archery is a safe sport, or if you want to learn more about archery in general, please put a comment down below so that I can read it and I can try and answer your questions as best as possible. If you want to see more of these videos, please subscribe to the channel, and if you want to know exactly when they come out, please click the bell down below beside the subscribe button, and then you'll be notified exactly when my videos come out. Other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and stay tuned for next week's video. Bye! Correctly, but also how to shoot it safely. And then if you don't have, there's a car coming down. Okay, so this car, they are partying in this car. Wait.